What up, bitches? It's a misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers. And I'm back up in this bitch for another rant slash review. And it's in the form of another episode of Slept on Shit, S.O.S. Today, we're going to go back. We're going to talk about this album right here titled Beauty and the Beat. And artist is Edan, aka Edan the Humble Magnificent. For those who never heard of this guy, this dude is ill. He dropped his first album. Well, he has a rare demo album called The Architecture. I actually have the MP3s of it. I ran into somebody who went to college with him and actually had it, so he burnt me a copy of it, and I was able to put it on my iPod, and then he came out with Primitive Plus, which sort of put him in people's ears. But this album, his second album, this shit right here is a masterpiece, work of art. Slept on Shit. There are people on the underground that praise this album. They say that it is probably one of these definitive albums from the 2000 to 2010 era, and I could understand why. Let's jump into it. I mean, look at the cover right here. This cover is fucking epic, man. Bunch of old school Cats legends on there. Track listing. And I love this packaging. It is very unique. It's a CD, but it makes it look like it's a mini vinyl. The packaging, as you can see, almost like a digipack, but it's not. It's like hard cardboard, and it kind of looks like a goddamn vinyl, especially when you take the CD out here. Shit is wild, man. I mean, just that alone is fucking tough. I love it. And there it is again. Look at it. Enjoy it. There's a spine. Mine's a little bit chewed because I tossed mine around and I wore this the fuck out. This is a great album right here. Jumping into Edan and his style, I really think he stepped it up on this album because I like Primitive Plus, but this, you can hear the growth on this album compared to Primitive Plus. It's short. I think Primitive Plus, I forget how many tracks on there. I know it's more than 13. This album is a quick listen. I think it's a little bit over a half an hour. There's a secret track on here after Promised Land, and it's actually the remix to Torture Chamber he has on here with Percy P. One of the greatest tracks on this album, by the way. But I believe it's either half an hour or a little bit more than half an hour. But overall, the features on here, first of all, let's go into this. Let's go into production and all of it. The whole thing was produced by him, by Edan. He has great beats. He also scratches as well. He's a great turntablist. You can look him up on YouTube. You can look him up right here, and you'll see shows with him spitting and scratching at the same time. I mean, this dude is insanely talented. He writes, of course, all his shit on here. So let's just go on here. Yeah, let's look at some of the credits. Can't think right now. Well, it's mostly all him. This was all him, you know. Percy P. Like I said, well, let's go into features. You have Insight. Shout out to Insight. Percy P. Mr. Liff. Shout out to Mr. Liff. He has an album coming out with Stu Bangers in a little bit. Can't wait to hear that. Dagha and yeah, Insight's on here twice. Them two should definitely put an album together. They got to do a joint album, Edan and Insight, by the way, because the way they bounce off of each other, retarded. But Edan, dope MC, definitely knows how to put words together. Love the way he enunciates words and phrases. Production on here, immaculate. Very dirty the way I like it. But the thing about this, what keeps it cohesive with the production is it has this psychedelic type vibe to it. It's very weird. Like it brings you back into like, it feels like Woodstock almost, like you almost like on LSD and shit like that. But it's through rap form. Like the shit, that's the way I describe it. It's very, very dirty, very, very psychedelic. I love it. There's no album out here like this, and that's why this is slept on shit. I love unique shit that stands out. And Edan kind of stepped back from MCing. He put out an album, I think it was in 2009, called Echo Party, but it was just beats. He done some shit with what's my dude's name? Homeboy Sandman. He did a joint album with him. I forget what the name of that one was called. But then, you know, dude, I've been itching for Edan to drop some shit. And I found on Bandcamp, this dude tries to hide, but I found him on Bandcamp because he does have this shit up on Bandcamp. But he has another one called it's under Edan should drop a new album .bandcamp.com. Don't ask me how I found that, but it's another album that he dropped last year, and he just snuck that in there. No promo, no nothing, and that album's dope. You know what I mean? Because I want a straight Edan album. Like after this, you just gonna leave us and not say anything? Nah, bro. Come on, dude. I know he did some shit for Adult Swim on Cartoon Network and everything, and again, he did a joint album with Homeboy Sandman where he was basically doing all production, and he spit like I think on a couple tracks or whatever. But yo, Edan, yeah, you should drop albums, bro. Like I said, you and Insight, if you did a joint album, that shit would be fucking fire. But yeah, slept on shit. Definitely check this out. I don't think you could find it in this packaging. Me going back to the packaging, I don't think you could find it like this anymore. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that they make them in regular jewel case packaging now. I don't think you could find it like this anymore. That's why I'm glad that I actually have this shit right here. But yeah, that's it. Y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Definitely go out there. Support dope ass shit, slept on shit. Shout out to my homie Edan. Keep dropping material. And, you know, follow me on Brighteon and BitChute. And share this everywhere. Fight the YouTube censorship and the algorithm, all right? That's it. Peace, bitches.